Breathe in, breathe out.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from T4 and we would like to present about our research company. My name is Alifa Iliana binti Arham, matric number 2569125. The company that we chose is Idealite, and this company is a Chinese vegetarian restaurant that serves creative menus designed by certified nutritionists and dietitians with the mission to provide nutritionally balanced meal with a great taste for dinners. This company's mission is to promote a healthy and happy lifestyle through serving shoe food in a calm and relaxed environment. The founder of Idealite is Yong Jantan, and he named his company as Idealite because idea means better life and light means follower. So he combined both of these names together to Idealite, which gave meaning follower to a better life. So Idealite was officially founded in 2012 after he and his team attempted to open the restaurants multiple times. The main focus of the company is for those Chinese and Indian who are vegetarian, because what makes this company unique is that this company does not serve any meat-based dishes at all. So Idealite provide food based on 8 balanced nutrients, and this company use mushroom and konjac as their seasoning. So all the sauces and soy sauce were made without the use of them.
Hi, my name is Afika Nani binti Bakar, matric number 256119. Here I will explain about the problem faced by the selected company. First, miscommunication and lack of trust. Based on the answer given, managers state that their employees were not in a good term. They keep attack each other while management trying to solve the problem. Therefore, they are unable to create a harmony group teamwork as their employees were not give a good cooperation to their management. For the second one, language barrier. This problem arises where their employees were consist of local and also foreign employees, which are from Vietnam and Myanmar. Their language used by employees and also management were different. They are unable to speak well as their employees were not able to understand their management instruction, and management also unable to understand what has been said by their employees. Therefore, the good teamwork were not able to build in this company. For the third one is lack of respect, as their managers state that their employees were not listening while he or she were talking. So it showed that their employees were not interested to solve the problem, even they have a conflict. Therefore, this irresponsible manner were going to downfall their group teamwork harmony.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Norna Debit Abdul Jalil. My metric number is 256098. I would like to explain medium of communications that being used by this company is face-to-face communications. Before I explain about face-to-face communications, I would like to explain about medium of communication. Medium of communications is known as a channels to deliver message from sender to receiver. There are many medium of communication, such as face-to-face communication, video conferencing, written document, and unwritten document. First reason why face-to-face communication is the most effective communication, it is because in these communications, including body language. Body language is an act of people when they need to express themselves. Therefore, the message or information that they need to deliver is more easily understood. This shows why the face-to-face communication is the most or the suitable ways to use in organization. The second reason why face-to-face communication is the most effective communication is because in face-to-face communications can easily persuade or convince other people. Therefore, this medium of communications is very important in organization. The third reason why face-to-face communication is the most effective communication, it is because they can gather a lot of people in this communication. When they gathering a lot of people in this communication, they will give a new fresh idea, or they can, in my opinion, this is the best medium of communications that can be used by organization in order to communicate with each other. Therefore, the decisions of this company to use face-to-face communications as their medium of communication is a perfect decision. Thank you.
Problem faced during negotiations. The process of negotiations take time, as it involves both peoples to follow the process of negotiations. During negotiations, there can arise some problem between the people in the negotiations. The first problem is lack of focus. People that involved in the negotiation will have difficulties to make decisions and solve the issues. Due to the process of negotiations that take times, it is hard for the employees to focus on all the points that have been discussed during the negotiations. They will have difficulties to understand the agenda of the negotiations, and they will not be able to achieve a better outcome during the negotiations. The second problem faced during the negotiation is language barrier. Language barrier are common challenges in negotiations. Some words have different meanings behind them depending on how the users describe the words and how the receiver interpret the meanings of the words. Different people from different races have different accent and their own unique slang when they speak. This slang and accent sometimes can be a language barrier during the negotiation, as not many people can understand the words in the different slang. This can create misunderstanding and gap during the negotiation process.
Hi, next I will proceed with the communication tactic or strategies that had been used by the company. Firstly, they choose face-to-face method. They gather and discuss about the thing that had happened in the company. Before the meeting, they inform themselves that there will be a meeting so that there will be no one excluded in the meeting. They choose this method as they want to refrain from misunderstanding, especially miscommunication. The second part or the second strategies that had been used is they disallow themselves to complain about each other. Both parties, which is the top management and also the employee, need to think what they had done wrong, not what the others had done wrong from them. They also need to think about improvement that they can take so that there will be no repetition mistake in the future. Last but not least is they goes for Malay and English language to break their language barrier. Before this, the company used Mandarin and English language as their communication, but there will be miscommunication and delay of word, so that the company choose to change the main language so that the employee and the top management will understand themselves better.
The first recommended solutions is organized team building programs. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alia Batisha binti Anasi, matric number 256171. I'm going to present the first recommended solution, which is organized team building program. Here we have several main objectives of conducting this team building program. The first one is to solve the miscommunication issue between manager and employees. Second, to encourage better teamwork performance and build trust among employees. Third, to improve the efficiency of excellent communication. And fourth, to increase motivation among employees to improve their working performance. Next, list of recommended activities in team building program. Due to this current pandemic COVID-19, the proposed activity should comply with standard operating procedure SOP rules and regulations. The first recommended activity is Minefield game. It is a game that need people to trust each other in order to guide him or her to pass the maze of mine. This game could help to build trust and teamwork among employees. First and foremost, they need to scatter random material throughout the place. Next, every group need to have one representative to put on the blindfold. The rest group member need to guide the team representative, making sure that he or she didn't step on any object or mine on the floor. The earliest participant to reach the finishing line without stepping any object or mine on the floor would be considered as winner. At the end of this activity, employee will realize that teamwork is very important to achieve success. In order to have a good teamwork, there must be trust and no miscommunication issue between them. Second recommended activity is virtual escape room. This game will be conducted on any modern browser such as Zoom and Webex. It is a team-based challenge activity where employees need to work together in discovering answer, completing a mission and solving puzzle in required time. This game is focusing on improving communication and decision-making skills in a teamwork manner. At the end of this activity, employee could enhance their communication skills between them. This could help to solve the miscommunication issue and foster teamwork culture in the future. The third recommended activity is Fact or Fib game. This game begins with all the participants need to write down their 5 facts about themselves. Out of all the 5 facts, there must be one lie statement. Then all the group members must figure out which one is the lie among all those facts that have been presented. Employee can use this chance to mingle around with their peers and get to know each other better to build trust and solve the miscommunication conflict occur. It is a platform for the employees to get to know each other better so that they could build trust among them and foster teamwork culture for a better workflow.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Nurna Zulkifli and my metric number is 255994. So I'm going to present about the advantages and disadvantages of team building. So there are pros and cons of team building. For the pros, it increases understanding. Team building allows a team's individuals to connect better with each other so that they can develop a deeper understanding of these multiple interactions. Next, it decreases levels of stress. The purpose of team building is to have fun. They will have some time away from a stressful job project. Then, it promotes unity towards an overall mission or vision. Team building would encourage individuals to enable them to take a look at the broader perspectives. Last but not least, team building increases efficiency. For the disadvantages, the benefits obtained from team building are short term. Next, it can be an expensive operation. Then there are always going to be a few individuals who do not mesh well together. Lastly, it is difficult for the organization to evaluate individual performances.
The next recommended solutions is open door policy.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Shahira Hazrina binti Aziz, my metric number 256014. Now I will explain about the open door policy's problem statement. Based on the interview with the restaurant manager, several problems found in this organization. The problem is miscommunication issues and lack of trust among managers and employees issues. This problem can be detected because of employees always face not clear with the instruction from the managers. Because of that, employees make mistake and lead to lack of trust between the manager and employees. This problem exists because of the poor communication from both sides. To solve this problem, we suggest the organization to develop the open door policy in terms to employees easy to communicate with their managers. By develop this policy, the organization and employees can easily to communicate each other and can reduce the issues. Next is objective of the open door policy. The first objective is to solve the miscommunication and lack of trust among managers and employees. The second is the great way to make sure important information and feedback reach manager who can take the information and make change when needed. Third is to ensure employee can voice out their problem and give opinion to the organization. And the last one is the policy establish an environment of trust and mutual respect between the employee and employees. Thank you.
My name is Azma binti Muhammad Isa, metric number 256284. I will continue the presentation with how to implement the open door policy. There are some steps for creating an open door policy. First one is set expectation. Try considering what they expect from an open door policy. Next, establish boundaries. Set strict limits and ensure workers know the proper way to use it. Lastly, have a conflict management plan. The pros of open door policy is continuous contact between staff and supervisors, increase employee inspiration and prevent unionization and reduce the risk of workers resorting to the legal action. While the obstacle is employees' perception toward open door policies, workers often do not believe that higher echelon managers, and last one is employees often hesitate to file a request in writing.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Ruzana binti Burhanuddin, metric number 256008. I will present to you about the challenges and the solution that our group face. Firstly, issue in convincing the company to accept the proposed solution. Due to this pandemic, company need to avoid any interview session to prevent the virus from spreading. Second, lack of time preparation. It is difficult for us to complete tasks on time or get effective solution. Third, cannot having the face-to-face interview. The company has altered its interview session to take into account the spreading of coronavirus. The last one is difficult to identify the suitable solution due to employees' background. For the solution, we prepare proposal to support our argument. There are a number of different reasons for a proposal, but there's only one good way of writing one. Secondly, prepare tasks scheduled in Gantt chart. A Gantt chart is a method for project management that helps to organize and schedule project or type, but it is especially helpful for simplifying complicated projects. Third one is contact the company to adjust suitable time for online interview. We make sure to ask the interviewer what sort of interview to prepare before we make the appointment. And the last one is understand issue from both parties and do some research for solution. It is important to define its present before being able to confront a challenge.
Conclusion, we learned that teamwork is essential to a company's success because by working together, members of the team will feel a strong sense of belonging and speed up the accomplishment of goals. Secondly, we learned that in order to optimize employee work productivity and teamwork, it is important to foster a good sense of trust within the workers. We learned how to communicate and respect each other during group discussion. We learned that an effective communication is directly proportional to an effective negotiation. The better the communication is, the better the negotiation process will be. That's all from me.